Well, good morning, Web Spiders. Today is Wednesday. It's April 17th, 2019, and I'm going to start with birthdays. Abigail Berry from Miss Machino's room has a happy birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Miss Abigail. And Abigail, you share a birthday today with Mrs. Reinierson. Mrs. Reinierson's the blonde-haired secretary in our front office. So anytime you're near the office or around the office today, make sure that you tell Mrs. Reinierson happy birthday. So that's a great way to start our morning, celebrating a couple birthdays. And then look at all these bucket fillers. That's another great way to start our day. Puts me in the green zone. I don't know about you, but when I see kids coming in, taking responsibility for their actions, doing what they're expected to do, puts me right in the green zone. Carissa Tinkle, this goes out to you from Mrs. Bridges. All year you have shown many positive traits: dependability, hardworking, and motivated. These are wonderful character traits to have because we know we can count on you to do it right consistently. Carissa Tinkle, thank you for being responsible. To Olivia Graves from Mrs. Bridges, it was very kind and thoughtful when you watched out for a peer who needed a group to join. What a big heart you have. Olivia, super duper. This is to Olivia Graves from Mrs. Bridges as well. I appreciate that you are mature and responsible. You are trustworthy and a positive role model. Thank you for setting a good example in our room all year. Olivia, you are on fire. To Ella Hamilton from Mrs. Bartram, Ella showed tremendous leadership and teamwork by running the last lap with a teammate trying to complete her practice 5K after she was already finished. Ella, that is support at the highest level. Thank you for that. To Soraya McCarty from Mrs. Goral, you have been working really hard and this makes me so happy. Thank you for filling my bucket. Way to go, Miss Soraya. And to Avery Cotton from Mrs. Goral, you are such a good friend to others. Your kind heart and sweet smile always shines. Thank you for filling my bucket. Way to go. Woo, love those bucket fillers. Okay, let's go to the clock lesson. Yesterday I made it tough. Today I made it tough too. So I'm going to let you look at this clock for just a minute. And I'm going to adjust this just so it's exactly on one of our minutes there. It's hard to get it right just exactly on the minute. But I always look at the little hand first, the short hand. It's not quite 11 o'clock. It's a lot of minutes after 10. So when that little hand's between the 10 and 11, it's almost 11, but it's 10 something still. So now we have to figure out 10 what. So let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. This clock says 10:44. 10:44. 44 minutes after 10 o'clock, or if I get really tricky, 16 minutes before 11 or 16 minutes to 11. And how I know that is 5, 10, 15, 16. In 16 more minutes, that big hand will be on the 12 and it'll be 11 o'clock. So 10:44 or 16 minutes to 11. That is your clock lesson for the day. Let's see if I can come up with something for responsibility that I haven't shared. I don't think so. I think I've shared most of our responsibility things. So let's talk about bus responsibility for a second. Can we do that? If you're doing what you're expected to do on the bus, you are sitting like this. I don't know if you can see this, but my hands are in my lap. I can talk to the friend beside me or even the friend behind me. I can hear them. I don't need to turn around though. Or even the ones across the aisle. I can see and talk to them, but I can't get in the aisle. See, when you're doing what you're expected to do on the bus, when you're being responsible, you are sitting still, basically hands in your lap or to yourself, and you're using a nice, quiet, conversational voice that only the people that are really close to you can hear. And if you're doing anything else on the bus, you are not being responsible. And you might be causing an unsafe environment for the other kids on the bus. And it might be hard for the driver to drive because it's not safe. You know, I've talked to a couple of our drivers the last few days that are having a hard time concentrating on their driving because of some of the irresponsible behavior of web spiders on the bus. And not only does that make me sad, I don't know, not just sad, but maybe disappointed because I trust you and I believe web spiders are awesome. So when you get on a bus, I expect you to do it right. And when I have to talk to bus drivers, or I have to answer bus tickets, or I have to call your parents and tell them that you just won't sit still on a bus, not only does my bucket get empty, I just get a little sad. So please practice responsibility on our buses also, okay? It's a free ride to school. Free ride. All right. At this time, go ahead, stand, push your chair, and let's have a moment of silence. Now for our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to give a huge shout out to two different things that happened last night. First, to the Wonder cast and crew. Oh my gosh, your production was amazing. If you weren't able to come out and watch Wonder the play last night, it was incredible. You guys did such a good job. You worked so hard. You persevered. You developed grit and determination, and you were amazing. And then hugs and kisses too to our cafeteria crew, our kitchen crew, I call them, because our ladies, Miss Jen and Miss Belinda, were helping backstage with all of that. And Maria Salazar, who was our sound technician. And then, of course, Mrs. Bartram, who was our assistant director of the play. And a huge shout out to Mrs. Andrews, who directed that whole thing. Brought a great opportunity. One of the things I think I learned by watching the play was that we just need to love each other, and we need to be accepting of everyone, no matter what we look like, no matter how we talk, no matter what makes us different from others. We should love and care and accept each other, because that's what makes the world an exciting place. We're all different. So we need to embrace that and celebrate that and love that about each other. So thank you for those life lessons that all of you brought to us through that wonderful play last night. It was awesome. Okay, let's do our creed and let's have a Webtastic Wednesday. Just a reminder, Mrs. Clendenning, myself, and Mrs. Taylor will all be at a training all day at the high school today. So Miss Yuri has her radio up. Mr. Adams has his radio turned up. If you need any help, you can call on them. Okay, let's do our creed. I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. Make it a great day in the Webb, guys. And as always, make sure you're doing it right. Have a great day, Spiders.